Hi, this is Handy Mandy TV, and this week we're going to be doing some makeup. I did not get to this earlier this summer, so what I'm going to be doing is I looked at like Elle and Vogue and Harper's Bazaar on their spring summer trends for makeup as well as their fall winter, so that I could see what the similarities were, so then we could focus on the ones that are going to cross over. So one of them is like an all natural face. It's like there's no bronzing whatsoever. It's like whatever your natural color is, and like the paler, well, not like so much pale, but like it's just natural. Like, you know, when like I look like this and then I put my bronzer on to make it look like I'm more like Sun Fresh. So this is the color that I want to go with. So I have my CoverGirl Clean Sensitive Skin in 2010 Classic Ivory. And this is the little triangle sponge that I'm going to be using. I wet it already, so it's damp, so it doesn't absorb as much of the product. I'm going to put my light on. Oh, and I got it on my eyebrow. That's lovely. So I'm just going to use my foundation to get all my skin the same color. And of course, I've got some sun stuff going on up in here, so I'm going to be using a highlighter so that my skin is that much more lighter. Get it down my neck. Always make sure to put it into like your hairline and around your jaw and around your ear, because a lot of people tend to turn this off, it's too yellow. They tend to miss it, and then when you go to look, it looks like they're wearing like a big mask and they didn't bother to put it on their neck so it blends. I usually drag it down to like this part right here, like where your Adam's apple would be, but I mean some people just do a little. So next up is my Rimmel London Match Perfection 2-in-1 Concealer and Highlighter in 125 Fair. This is the US one because I went to Myers down there, so their packaging is a little bit different than up here in Canada. Now what I learned from Goss Makeup Artist is that you can use this technique to hide like your blackheads. Or not your blackheads, but like if you have big pores like I do around my forehead and around like on my nose and around. But I'm noticing that if you use it, if you keep doing it, like if I work 6 days, 5 days a week and I use the same technique every time I go to put makeup on, my pores, they start getting bigger and start going down here, whereas they would just stop here. So I'm not using the technique as often. So I'm just using this foundation brush, and I'm going to go and circular motions counterclockwise, clockwise, mix it up to get it to hide the pores. Make sure to get into the crease of your nose and underneath here, because that's where redness starts coming in. And like on the corners of your lips and right here in the crease in your chin as well. Because it's liquid, make sure to clean this brush out, because liquid product will equal bacteria. So clean that out after you're done. Next up is, I used to be using this stick by CoverGirl, and then I switched over to L'Oreal Paris. Makeup Geek suggested that if you're going to use a cover-up, it should be more solidified cream versus like the pasty liquidy stuff, because then it just doesn't adhere to your pimples. So this is the corrector I'm using. I got it on for like, and it was like $7, and it's normally like $16 over at Shoppers. So this is 230 Eye Corrector by CoverGirl and Olay. And because I find that my eyelids are kind of almost transparent, I put some on the eyelid too, because it kind of looks purple. And make sure not to put any, like a super lot underneath your eyes, because then you start showing like creasing. Okay, so that's the all, like, just to get your face ready for your stuff. So I picked up this really, really nice blush as a recommendation from one of my favorite girls over at Shoppers. I go there all the time if I'm going to do makeup. I used to go to like no-name brands and stuff, but as I've discovered and listened to more like makeup artists on YouTube and whatnot, just so like you help yourself learn, I'm noticing that better products are working better. And if you want to know which products will work best for you, especially if you're in a budget, they will be glad to help you out. So I found this. This is Maybelline New York Dream Bouncy Blush, and this is in number 15 Rose Petal. It's such like a nice like peachy pink, and it's not like too like rich either, and it's not a pastel, which is great because you want your blush to, I don't know, like I'm not super tanned and I'm not super fair, so I need something that I was comfortable with, because all the blushes that I have right now are just very faded, definitely for winter. There's no richness to it or brightness, so I'm using the wet sponge, the end of it, because I find if I try to pull with my fingers absorb all the product and it doesn't get onto my cheek. So I'm using the sponge. And because I combine contouring principles, it was suggested that I start from on like my cheekbone versus like down here and just work your way up. So if you're combining those two, that's what you want to do. You want to get up in here. Now I am trying not to put too much on. And I apologize because it is getting dark outside and the sun is like completely disappearing. Alright, so I put a lamp on in the background, and if this looks a little yellow, I apologize. Okay, I have up on my computer screen what we're going to do next, and this is the whole natural look. So I have my blush, no bronzer over the face, no bronzer for contouring. If you want, you can use like a white powder to do like your white highlighting, but don't do any contouring with bronzing. Don't like get up in here. You just want your blush. That's it. Now I have the article for the Kim Kardashian contouring principles if you guys want to see that. So I will put the link below. Now this is just a mattifying powder by Essence. And of course, like, the writing's all completely disappeared, but it's 07 translucent, but it does show up some white. And then I also use the Essence eyeshadow in 58 Cappuccino Please Shimmer Effect to do the highlight above my cheeks, which I will do now. So don't do just a straight line, but kind of move it around a little. Alright, so that's your completely all natural look. And I mean, I am fair, but I've gotten some sun, as you can see. Like, I have tan lines and everything. And if I don't naturally have this skin, at least I can fake it. So that is it for the whole Naturelle. It does not take a lot. And actually, one of the trends for spring, summer is not wearing any mascara. So less work for you. I'll see you next time.